Welcome back to Past Middle School ELA. Today's topic is central idea. Central idea is exactly how it sounds. It is the idea that is central to a passage or a concept or thing that is in the middle of the passage holding everything together. So, central idea is usually used for nonfiction. It is usually a synonym for main idea, so what I just mentioned, the idea or concept that is at the center of everything that's going on in this passage. However, sometimes it can be used as a synonym for theme. You might see central idea occasionally used for a fiction passage or a narrative. And just like theme, central idea is a sentence, not a single word. It is the main idea, the main thing that the author wants you to take away, the main thing that the author wants you to believe about a topic. So in order to determine that, you need to know what the topic is. You need to have text evidence from all throughout the passage to give you the clue about what the author really wants you to take away after reading it. Let's take a look at this with a passage entitled Lifting Weights. As you may know, good readers use titles of the passage to give them an idea of what the main topic is going to be about or what the main idea is. However, as I mentioned, a central idea needs to be a statement, something you could take away, something you learn, not just a single word. So we need to know what about lifting weights. Lifting weights does not only have to be for young men. In fact, lifting weights is beneficial for people of many different walks of life. You are never too old or weak to get started. If you have never lifted before and need to start very light, weights are available in increments as low as 1 pound. If you have little experience with lifting weights but have natural muscle ability, you could start with something slightly heavier as long as you learn good form. And of course, if you are experienced, keep it up. The benefits that lifting weights brings will never let you down. If you need assistance, you can hire a personal trainer, but YouTube has many tips and tricks available that anyone can learn even from the comfort of their own home. So, of course, our main topic is lifting weights. Not only is it in the title, but the phrase lifting weights and other things associated with lifting weights are repeated all throughout the passage. So that shows us that it is the main topic. Now, what is the main idea or the central idea? It goes beyond just the phrase lifting weights. Let's look at some text evidence from multiple parts of the passage. We have, it is beneficial for people of many different walks of life. We have people with little experience lifting weights. You have never too old. Oh, I went backwards there. Never too old or too weak to get started. And we have anyone can learn. So as you can see, I selected evidence from all different parts of the passage, not just the beginning, not just the middle, not just the end. So that is very important when you are thinking about what is the central idea of a passage. It should cover everything in the passage, beginning, middle, and end, multiple pieces of evidence. So as we look at our evidence, we have many different walks of life, little experience, never too old, anyone can learn. What I think the author wants us to believe about that, based on the text evidence, is that anyone can lift weights or everyone should lift weights. Now, you may think, how did she go from this group of text evidence to the theme, the central idea? How did she just instantly come up with that sentence? Well, there's a few sentence starters that I use to help me out. You could use topic is/are and then what the author wants you to know. Let me show you an example. Lifting weights is the topic, so I plugged that in. I plugged in is, and then I thought about those details. Never too old, anyone can learn, all walks of life, and I filled in the rest. Then I came up with my statement. Lifting weights is possible for anyone, and there's my central idea. If I tried the second template, blank should blank, topic should, what the author wants you to know, I have lifting weights, topic, should be done by everyone. And then lastly, topic, other verbs could fit in as well. Lifting weights helps many, or lifting weights helps many people. So now that we have those 3 sentence templates in mind, we can practice again with one more short passage before we wrap up. This one is called alligators, so you may be able to immediately guess the topic is alligators. Of course, it might not always be so clear, but many nonfiction passages use the title to give a major clue about the topic. Let's get started. Alligators are one of the strongest predators in the wild. They prey on snakes, fish, turtles, and mammals. Hardly anything is off limits to an alligator. Alligators often lay and wait for prey to come along. They act in an instant, clamping their powerful jaws onto their prey and sinking their teeth in. With larger animals, the alligator may roll over repeatedly with the animal still in its teeth to injure it until they cannot fight back. Furthermore, alligators are no joke as they have an incredible size. They can grow up to 11 feet. So, of course, our topic is alligators. Let's take a look at some text evidence from all throughout the passage. Strongest predators, nothing is off limits, meaning they could attack anything. Powerful jaws, another one I skipped, sinking their teeth in, no joke, incredible size. So, a reader might be tempted to just jump ahead and say, oh, it's a strong predator because there's a lot of details about its chomping and being able to bite different things. However, the important thing is that central idea uses evidence from the entire passage. So there's more details beyond just about it being a predator. It also talks about its size as well. So you have to think about what puts all of those things together. Its jaws, its predator habits, its size, etc. And so the template I used, blank is blank. Well, we know the topic is alligators, so alligators are fearsome animals, meaning they're intense, they're intimidating, they're dangerous. That goes beyond just the jaws, that goes beyond just one idea and covers everything of the entire passage. So, some sample questions you might see on a test. First, which of the following best represents a central idea of the passage? Fancy way of asking, what's the central idea? So you should follow the same steps that were discussed in the previous slides. Next, which evidence best supports the idea that? In this case, the question may give you the central idea or it may not. It may be up to you to figure it out on your own with the steps in the previous slides, and then think about which details connect with the topic and something the author wants you to learn. So basically, which details best support the central idea? A last very common question that you might see is which detail would be most important to include in a summary of the article? This one's a little trickier. I think of it as a multi-step question. So your first step is to determine the central idea, of course, or after doing that, you could go even further by writing a summary using the 5 W's. What I mean by that is a summary has who, what, when, where, and why. That will help you pick out what details are the most important of your article. But if you have the central idea in mind and you have these 5 W's in mind, it will help you determine what's the most important. Then, out of those steps, you can eliminate choices that are not important and decide which details are the strongest and most closely linked to the central idea. So remember, when determining the central idea, you need to know the topic, what the author wants you to know about the topic, and use details from throughout the entire passage to support what you think the central idea is. If you follow those steps, I'm sure you'll get it every time. I hope this helped and happy studying.